everybody. Good evening. I want to talk a little bit about how to grow a community, an intentional community. Not how to start one, how to grow one. There is kind of a small movement of, there has been actually for decades of people starting intentional communities, but recently with Western civilization basically collapsing more and more every week, it seems, more people kind of want to go galt and get out of their developed, so-called developed countries, go to developing countries, find rural pieces of land, start communities. And the reason they don't do that, the reason it's very hard to do that in Western countries is because, first of all, Western civilization is collapsing. You don't want to be there. But also, the zoning laws are incredibly ridiculous and restrictive. You can't just buy a big piece of property and expect that they're going to let you start a community there. You have to pay $100,000 for a use study, and the town architect has to, and then unless you have a really professional looking business plan, they're going to say no. They're going to assume you're starting a hippie community. A lot of communities have gone through this, so that's why people go to developing countries to do this. Also because the cost of living is lower. But anyways, say you're wanting to start a community and it's already going. So what do you do to grow it? What do you do to keep it going? What you're going to find out is people are going to come, and some of those people are going to be cool, and some of them are not going to be cool. And the people that are not cool are going to end up, if you let them stay, the people that are cool are going to leave. And so you're going to be stuck with a perpetually very small number of people, which is generally not what you want. You want the community to grow, whatever your setup is. You don't want a perpetual community of 4 to 10 people, which is usually what happens when you're not very selective. So what you're going to find out if you're kind of prudent and observant is you have to be very selective with who you let into the community. And interestingly enough, the people that you want to join your community are not the people that most want to join communities, right? They're the people that you actually don't want to come. The people that you want to come are the people that you have to convince to join communities, the people that you really have to sell your community to. You want them to see that you're doing a really good job, the community's growing, it's managed really well, and somehow convince them to leave their jobs and their life in Western civilization, glorious Western civilization, to come develop a community with you, which is obviously kind of a questionable situation. So you got to be really, really selective, and if you don't kind of look for really productive people that have major skills, such as accounting and management and construction and just general, and obviously permaculture, just general ability to get things done. If you don't look for those kinds of people, you're gonna attract a lot of bums. Like I said, you don't want the people to come who want the most to come to intentional communities. You're going to end up attracting a lot of people who are basically looking for, lost young men who are looking for a father figure, who don't have much money, who are looking for possibly a community that they can live at for free and that can provide for them. They may not have much work experience, much work ethic. Maybe they have problems with drugs. Maybe they want to smoke marijuana every day. Not that those people are necessarily bad people, but they're not the people that are going to cause your community to grow. They're the people that are going to cause it to either shrink, cease to exist, or continue at a very, very small number of people forever and ever. So when people like that come, you have to recognize they're not a strength for your community, especially when it's small. They're a weakness, and you have to kick them out, unfortunately. But it's better to just filter people better, just not let those people come in the first place. When someone starts to become a problem, you have to let them go. And some of the biggest problems in communities that have caused them to fail are interpersonal problems and problems with people. I know of so many cases where one person has come to a community and caused such an uproar that everyone else leaves, and the community ends up being basically just that one person and the 1 or 2 unfortunate souls who are stupid enough to put up with that person and defend them the whole time. And then they're like, well, there's no community anymore. Maybe we should have kicked this person out a year ago. By then, it's usually too late. If your community can recover from something like that, that's a miracle. And that's happened to a number of communities that I've heard people tell me about, and also that I've personally had experience with. So you want to look for competent people that you really have to sell the idea to. The people that are just throwing themselves at you to come, they're like, yeah, I love the idea, intentional community, come live like that, harmony and peace, bro. Those are the people that you generally don't want to come, although some of them might put off that aura, but actually be really cool, productive people. So I'm not trying to stereotype anybody here. If somebody becomes problematic, you need to kick them out as soon as possible. Don't be afraid. And the other thing is, other people in the community need to know that as well. They need to know that you guys are everyone is really serious about keeping everyone kind of in check. And if someone just turns into a bomb, or if someone ends up being really crazy and psychopathic and is trying to take over the community, people need to take action sooner rather than later. If your community ends up being a group of softies that puts up with people's problems endlessly, then you're going to have what I mentioned before. One person causing a lot of problems, a bunch of people leaving, and then there's not really any community left. So, yeah, growing a community is very hard. It takes a long time. It's a learning process. If you have any more comments, questions, tips, leave them below. Like and subscribe.